Welcome to another ICP update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server where we post multiple updates a day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So I have not made a video about ICP in a very long time, I believe in a couple of weeks, because, well, ICP broke support levels and it invalidated a structure that I had on the chart, and I did not really like that. I mean, this right here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, but it's a diagonal and you cannot really trust a diagonal. It's pretty bearish. So yeah, that's why I did not really want to make videos about this. It's not the best looking chart right now. It could recover, like I said many times. I'm not overly bearish on it. We stayed above the bull market support band at the end of the day and we found support at the 0.618 extension. So we could start bouncing right now, but keep in mind, we should still stay above the 0.618 extension. We should not get below that level if we want to stay bullish. And I'm still expecting a fifth wave no matter what happens. The fifth wave, I don't have a target for it, but it should be somewhere between, let's just say, $20 and $25. That will complete a first wave of the main third wave move to the upside, which is up here. Now, I'm not expecting a 4 and a 5 to end the cycle because I don't think ICP is able to do that. I think in this cycle we'll only get a 1, 2, 3 setup or an ABC structure, whatever you want to call it, which is still not bearish, but I don't know if it's possible to get to $150 anymore because, you know, we did not really get a huge pump here. Even though Bitcoin dominance went down like 6% when ICP was going up here, I mean, ICP was not really going up that much. Yes, it did go up 2.5x, but compared to some other altcoins, it did not go up as much. So keep that in mind. Of course, we could start going up soon. I have not talked about this in my ICP videos, but Ethereum usually goes up in January, and if it goes up this month, then you can expect ICP to get a pump because, you know, if Ethereum goes up, the altcoin market follows it because when Ethereum goes up, Bitcoin dominance goes down. So yeah, it should be good for ICP and it should be good for the other altcoins as well. Now keep in mind, we have a trend line on the chart and we should be able to get above it. If we do not get above it, I mean, it would not look too good. Now, of course, it's not the most accurate looking trend line, but we are in an uptrend right now, so it's still looking good. Keep in mind, we respected the support levels in the second wave right here, so things are looking bullish. We reacted to the golden ratio of the first wave move, which is the 618 extension. And yeah, we are bouncing right now, but like I said, this fourth wave move to the downside was a bit too deep for my liking, and yeah, we'll see how this continues to, I guess, perform in the next couple of months. Keep in mind, if we want to stay bullish, if Bitcoin dominance finally starts dropping, we should see ICP get a huge pump to the upside. We should see a break above this high right here, which is at about $20. So we should go up very, very soon if we want to stay bullish. I mean, I'm expecting this altcoin season to end by the end of this year. So if we want to actually get to like $87 by the end of the cycle on the ICP chart, then we should start going up right now. I mean, some altcoins are going up right now and ICP is not doing anything. So yeah, it should start going up in my opinion. And if it doesn't, then yeah. I also want to check out the weekly chart. The weekly chart was looking pretty good. As you can see, we almost got overbought here. And right now we are pretty much below the moving average. We are starting to get back above it, which could be a good sign. Maybe we are finally getting a pump. Now keep in mind, we are at about $10 right now, $11, and the weekly RSI is nowhere near close to being overbought. So we could get a huge bounce right now, and if we do get a bounce, I mean, I think getting to like $30 would make us be overbought on the weekly, and even then, that would not really be a reason to go down. If we go overbought on the weekly chart, that does not mean that we will go down. I mean, we also got overbought here, and what did we do after that? We continued going up, so yeah, the fact that we are not overbought is bullish and we could continue going up very, very soon. Now, if you go on the monthly chart, I mean, this is a different scenario. If you look at the RSI, I mean, we are nowhere near close to being overbought. So yeah, we were extremely oversold in the bear market, which makes sense. I mean, ICP was pretty much launched during the bear market. It was launched at the end of the altcoin seasons, so it never really experienced a real bull market until now. So this is gonna be the first bull market for ICP. And like I said, if it wants to, prove itself, if it wants to prove that, we are not gonna get to new bear market lows in the next bear market, we should break above this high right here, which is at about $87. I'm not sure if we will do that or not. It's all up to the bulls right now, so we'll see if that happens or not. Now, I also want to talk about Bitcoin dominance in this video because what's happening on the Bitcoin dominance chart is also important. For this, let me go on the 4-hour chart. So I believe Bitcoin dominance will start dropping very, very soon. I believe it will start dropping in about 8 days, and I want to explain why. So as you can see, we had a cross on the bull market support band. It was about 40 days ago. And I want to show you what happened in the previous couple of cycles when we had a cross on the bull market support band after getting to the 0.618 extension of the previous all-time high, just like we got in this cycle. So if you check out what happened in 2020, when we had a cross here, we had already topped up here. We were below the bull market support band, and as you can see, after the cross, Bitcoin dominance just did absolutely nothing for about 48 days. During that time, we tested the bull market support band multiple times, and then 48 days after the cross, we started going down, and that triggered the altcoin season. This is when most altcoins went up a lot, so yeah, keep that in mind. Now, let's also see what happened in 2016, and in 2016, the same thing happened. After we got the top right here, we had a cross on the bull market support band, and as you can see, during that time, just like it's doing right now, Bitcoin dominance actually went up, and it got above the bull market support band. But as you can see, it got rejected by it multiple times, and it stayed in the bull market support band for about a week and a half, as you can see. And after that, 48 days after we had the cross on the bull market support band, the Bitcoin dominance chart started dropping like crazy, and that's what triggered the altcoin season. And what do you know, it's the exact same thing that we are doing right now. We had a cross on the bull market support band about 40 days ago, and if we want to still follow what we did in 2020 and what we did in 2016, then Bitcoin dominance should finally start dropping like crazy in the next couple of days. And keep in mind, we are doing what we did in 2016 right now. We got above the bull market support band for a while, and then we stayed in the bull market support band. And look at what we are doing right now. We are in the bull market support band. So yeah, this is definitely interesting, and we'll see if we start dropping soon. If we do, then ICP should be able to get to new highs extremely soon. And like I said, we need to break above this high right here if we want to actually complete the fifth wave. And once we complete the fifth wave, like I said, that will complete a first wave of a third wave, which means that after that we will need a second wave move down, which could be very deep. And then after that we should still see a third wave of the third wave, and that could be it. I mean, that could be the end of the cycle. I'm not saying that this is how it's gonna play out, but we could only get a 1, 2, 3 setup, and that could be it. It's not guaranteed that we will get a 4 and a 5. If we do, then things are gonna be bullish, but like I said, this right here, it's not the best looking structure, so we'll see what happens with this. Now keep in mind, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin is still going up right now. It just had a correction. This was a fourth wave move down, and this means that we are now looking for a fifth wave move up, which will complete a main third wave move. This fifth wave should get us somewhere between $140,000 and $150,000, and I'm expecting that to happen in the next couple of months. And I'm still expecting Bitcoin to hit about $255,000 by the end of the cycle, so my prediction has not really changed, and so far I have been right a couple of times. Now, I have not been right every single time. For example, I told you that Bitcoin will most likely get to about $120,000 by the end of December. It did not do that. We only got to about $108,000, which, it's not $120,000, but it's still close to it. So, I mean, I'm gonna take that as a win anyways. And keep in mind, I also did tell you down here, when I was making videos in August, I did tell you that Bitcoin will most likely be at $100,000 by the end of the year, and people were calling me crazy back then, and what do you know, Bitcoin got to about $108,000 by the end of the year, so I have been right so far, but that does not mean that I will always be right, so keep that in mind. And yeah, I believe $255,000 by the end of November of this year is a realistic price prediction. But you let me know what you think about this in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server where we post like 1 million updates a day. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.